Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the Lifetime EC. I'm your host, Tommy Cunningham. Well, just to let you guys know, it's been a couple of years since I lived here in Bloomington. You guys know that I'm originally from Bedford. Well, I'm going to give you guys my pros and cons about living in Bloomington and Bedford. If you guys are not yet subscribed to Lifetime EC, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on the bottom of the page and hit that notification bell so you guys will not miss any videos. It's like number one. Number one, um, sometimes the bus ride, sometimes the bus rides are so confusing. Cause sometimes, because sometimes we because sometimes we go to the sometimes we go do a lot of stuff. Sometimes we take me on home, but that's okay. That's all about the bus. But what's so different about it? That's different about the Bedford bus. The Bedford bus The Bedford bus is like number one. Number one is like getting, getting up. And like number two, I like learning about I like, I like doing like a lot of like listening to my radio scanner. But sadly at work, you guys cannot listen to that. And sadly, at the Excel Center, because that's a school, you guys cannot listen to that either. But luckily, when I get home, like sometimes before the bus gets here, if I get up in time, that's when I listen to like the radio frequencies and stuff. Like, like also, there's like so much like different stuff there in Bloomington that is so different about Bedford. Like number one, they're changing up the radio frequencies because they got a new hospital here. Sadly, almost everything here in Bloomington are DMR. And like I was used to Bedford because Bedford has like a lot of NXT communications. And honestly, I think that is so amazing. Like so much more. So plus also there is like so much more like different stuff. like it's so about Bloomington and Bedford. Like number one, they have a lot of NXT and communication down there in Bedford. Like down there, like down there in uh, up there in up here in Bloomington, like almost everything at IU now is like a lot different because they are currently doing like a lot of DMR stuff. Like everything at IU is DMR. Like sadly, you cannot get the radio frequencies. Sadly, sadly, you cannot get the radio frequencies there at the at the Bloomington Hospital, which is so different, which I think, and like sometimes just looking at the radio frequencies, sometimes they don't even put like talk groups on there, which is like so darn different, I think. So like also, you guys can find like so much indifferent stuff like about it, but you guys got to understand that Bedford is currently turning all NXT in there, and like Bloomington is Bloomington is more like more 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 like an LTR radio, which I think that is really neat because there's like so much more about it. So it's like sometimes they have like so much more like different stuff you guys can listen to, but 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 you guys have to go find out more and more different stuff like when you guys go walk around like the different places. Like they're at the mall. They use like a lot of different radio frequencies because there's like a lots and lots different stuff there, which is like which is like so darn different. Like what's also different, like some malls, like up there in Indianapolis, the Circle Center Mall, that one is like all all DMR. So sadly they got all DMR there. Like what's so different? So also, so like also also you guys can find like so much more like different stuff like like what's different about Indiana than like down there in Florida. Like Florida is all hot right, all cold. Now, up here in Bloomington, it sometimes gets really warm, which is really neat. But sometimes you guys need to go down there to Florida and try out the weather down there and see if it's like Indiana's weather. Okay? So, like different areas, for like different areas, like number one, like the airport, like 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 up there in Indianapolis, they have like four different um four different like all their airlines up there are like DMR. So so also so like number one, all American Airlines radio frequencies are like DMR, and like over there at Baltimore Washington International, Southwest Airlines has a DMR radio frequency. So Southwest Airlines there at Midway only uses like different radio frequencies. When so like also to go like look around, like also that that right there, like that right there is like what 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 Ashland's channel is, the channel that I like to watch, which is really interesting, I think. What's what's like number one? It's like number one, you guys can like, 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 like find like so much like more different stuff. So like also, so like also, you guys can find like several different stuff. Like you guys gotta understand, like when there's like a DMR radio, you guys gotta listen to them. You gotta listen to the staff sometimes, like at a hotel, which is like so darn different. Like sometimes, like which is more and more and more that's like different these days because of COVID. Like number one, you guys got like real like like if you guys travel out of the country, you guys gotta go get COVID tests. That wasn't before COVID. Now we have to do that, and I have to do that when I go on my cruise coming up. Plus, also, this is what the IU radio system looks like. That right there was the IU radio system. Plus, IU still uses like the DMR radio system, but they don't have much more stuff. Well, well, now Now let's talk about the different problems which is there, like, 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 like there in the different areas of like radio frequencies. Like number one, you guys have like radio frequencies like what's inside the Walt Disney Resort, but sadly they are not doing it. Plus also plus like also you guys can find like so much more. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Just to give you guys a recap of like what we just talked about. Like number one, we talked about the radio problems here in like Indiana. Like number two, they they use number two. We talked about the radio problems with with me getting the radio frequencies with the bus system. Like number two is like the radio frequencies like in several different areas. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up and I'll see you guys in my next video.